All right, let's roll. Good afternoon, everyone. Call to order our city council meeting. We'll have a roll call. Ms. Adams?
Mayor Clea McCaw.
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Carolyn Humphrey.
Present.
Councilmember Faye Jackson. Councilmember Ken Kilmery.
Present.
Councilmember Angelica Landry.
Present.
Councilmember Brian Myers.
Present.
Councilmember Mark Rodriguez.
Present.
Mr. Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you, ma'am. We'll have our invocation by Mr. Graham Yost of Thunder Mountain Community Church, and our pledge of allegiance will be done by Councilman Myers. Please stand.
Where do you want me to go, Mr. Mayor?
Yes, sir. Wonderful. I'll choose this one. All right, let's pray together.
Yes, sir.
Father, thank you for this chance to be able to come together in a public place and to pray, to reach out to you, Lord, and to inquire of you and to ask for your guidance and for your presence. And I ask for tonight that your Spirit would be here among us and you would give wisdom and discernment to the decision makers here. And you would bring unity and oneness of heart with the people and the leaders, and let our community continue to grow. And I want to ask, Lord, that you would continue to make this a safe and a thriving town, that you would bring a peace over this town. You would keep our schools and our children safe, and you would continue to bring people here who are ready and willing to make a difference, that love you and that will serve you, and that will turn our town more and more into a place that is good to live. And I love you, and I pray these things, and I ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Good evening, everybody. Please face our flag and join me as I recite our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Councilman Myers. And we'll have item number 1, Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move that the agenda for the regular city council meeting of August 28th, 2025 be approved as written.
Second.
Then properly moved in second. We have discussion items. I'll call for the vote. All those in favor? Opposed? Hearing none, seeing none, is passed. We'll go to our presentations for tonight, the 2025 Excellence in Procurement Award. Will staff report, Ms. Lee?
Mr. Mayor, members of council, thank you for having me here today. I'm here to accept the award along with my staff. I want to introduce them all. Melania Armendariz, David Garcia, and Debbie Felix. This is our third year receiving the National Procurement Institute's Achievement and Excellence in Procurement Award. We won it in several categories, including procurement ethics, transparency, professional development, performance measures, centralized procurement authority, a comprehensive P-card policy, certifications, education, best value procurement, and cooperative strategy. Give a special shout out to Ms. Kenny Downing. She was our chief procurement officer for a majority of our application period. I just want to give a special shout out to the staff here. They do an excellent job for us every day. They really turn out a lot of work in a very short amount of time, and they really help the city keep running.
Congrats again. And we go to item number 2. Oh, City Manager report, sir. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Mayor McCaw, members of the council. Reminder first that city offices will be closed Monday, September 1st, this coming Monday, in observance of Labor Day. And as a result, refuse pickup will change. The Monday refuse pickup will move to Tuesday. Tuesdays will move to Wednesday, and then back on regular schedule then Thursday and Friday. Your next work session is scheduled for the 9th of September, 3 p.m. here in the council chambers, and that's a normal update work session. And of course, we're working on a couple of other items to discuss with you at that point. And then your next regular meeting is scheduled for the 11th of September, 5 p.m. Also here in the council chambers. And Chief, do we have that coordinated with the 9/11 ceremony?
I don't know.
Yeah, I just thought about asking you about that, so.
It's at 6 p.m.
That's at 6, so
Yeah,
hopefully
usually at
we'll,
6.
hopefully we'll be done by then.
Okay.
All right.
Everyone
Yeah,
talk
we'll talk
fast,
fast.
listen fast.
Vote fast.
Vote fast.
It is 9/11, so there is observance. Okay, a few projects. We're out for proposals for employee health benefits broker and consultant. Proposal conference is scheduled also for September 11th with proposals due October 3rd. This is very important because these folks have a lot to do with the quality of benefits service that employees get, and I'm hoping to get some interest out there in competition for that particular service. Request for proposals for elevator maintenance services, which is a potential intergovernmental services agreement with Fort Huachuca, and for our own elevator services. These proposals are due September 15th. And then finally, the Sierra Vista Municipal Airport Apron and Taxiway J Rehabilitation Project has been awarded to Pavix, and the contract is in the process of being finalized. And that's all I have tonight. Thank you, Mayor McCaw.
Thank you, sir. Are there comments for our city manager? None. We'll move on. Item number 2, Councilman Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mayor. Mr. Mayor, I move that the consent agenda, consisting of the minutes of the work session of August 12, 2025, and the regular city council meeting of August 14, 2025, resolution 2025-065, the acceptance of the deed for dedication of roadways from Castle and Cook, Arizona, Incorporation, East Buffalo Soldier Trail, Ben Franklin Boulevard, and Francis Lewis Street. Resolution 2025-066, acceptance of the deed for the conveyances of properties to the city from Castle and Cook, Arizona Incorporation, and Resolution 2025-067, granting of water easement to Arizona Water Company be approved.
Second.
Been properly moved in second. Any discussion items?
Comments,
Sir.
Mr. Mayor? We almost passed over items 2, 3, and 4. I thought they were a little bit more substantive than was appropriate for a consent agenda. Several, particularly me, had some questions about it even after reading the material. So in the future, I would like to, I understand the meeting minutes, et cetera, but having something more substantive like that be put into the new business for us to vote and open each item for discussion, either during the work session or during the regular session.
Mayor McCaw, members of the council, we do, a lot of these items are meant to be routine, but we need to recognize we do have 2 new council members, so we'll try to be more careful to make those, regular business items as opposed to consent agenda, until you get a better feel for.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And just to add, normally he would have asked, it was just an accident that.
Oh, yeah, I
think
know,
he
I
just
recognize that.
Or just a-
And normally there would have been discussion if you had, which you did have a question about, so, yeah, just in the future.
That's my fault.
That was just a one-time fluke, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was because this was part of the city manager's report.
No.
Oh, no, it was an accident.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My fault.
Not on Ken's watch. Not on Ken's watch. Not happening.
Any more discussion items? Everybody ready for the vote? All those in favor? Opposed? Hearing none, seeing none, it's passed. We will go to our new business. Item number 3, Councilman Langer.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move that Resolution 2025-068, update to the Sierra Vista Municipal Airport Master Plan be approved.
Second?
It probably moves second. Staff report, Ms. Fasar.
Mr. Mayor, members of council, our consultant Kaufman and Associates was here at the work session on Tuesday and gave an in-depth presentation. Chandra Burks from Kaufman and Associates is on the phone today and will provide a brief overview of what we discussed on Tuesday. So Chandra, can you hear us? No?
Oh, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can now.
Okay, great. Well, good evening again, Mr. Mayor and council members. As Sharon said, my name is Chandra Burks. I'm an airport planner with Kaufman Associates. I gave a presentation the other night to council during the work session regarding an update to the airport master plan. But just to kind of quickly recap some of that information, my firm was hired by the city of Sierra Vista in late 2023 to complete an update to the airport's master plan. That plan and the associated airport layout plan, or ALP, are documents that are required by the Federal Aviation Administration in order for the city to then be eligible to receive federal grant funding for airport capital projects. Master plans are updated about every 10 years or so. The last master plan for Sierra Vista Municipal Airport was completed in 2014, so this is a timely update to that previous study. As far as the master plan itself goes, we're considering a 20-year planning horizon. So we have evaluations on potential aviation activity that could occur at the airport in the future, as well as facility improvements that may be necessary over that 20-year time frame. The master planning process was an intensive, almost 2-year effort that involved close coordination with a planning advisory committee, and that included representatives from the city of Sierra Vista, the FAA, ADOT's Aeronautics Group, and then we also had personnel from Libby Army Airfield that were involved with that committee. But it's also important to note that even though those folks were involved, this master plan is a civilian planning document. And any projects that are eligible for FAA funding assistance must show a clear general aviation benefit, and they also have to be justified by the FAA. Throughout this planning process, we held a total of 4 of those planning advisory committee meetings, and we also held 3 public meetings before we arrived at a final recommendation for the airport's future development. That future plan is included as the official airport layout plan, but I also do want to point out that the plan does not oblige the city or the FAA to pursue any of those projects that are listed or to allocate funding for those projects. Those decisions are made during annual airport capital improvement program meetings, and those are held by the city, the FAA, and ADOT, and then the airport's on-call engineer. And during those meetings, they set short-term priorities and identify funding needs and sources. So now, just to kind of wrap this up, we are in the final stage of this entire process, and so we are seeking approval tonight of the master plan locally with City Council. And after we have that, we will submit the airport layout plan drawing set to the FAA for their review and approval. So that's just kind of a short little recap of what I talked about on Tuesday. Any follow-up questions?
Yes.
Follow-up questions? Yes, sir.
Oh, I do. I can go first?
Yes.
All right. Hi, thanks for being on the line. This took a while to digest, as probably everybody can imagine. It's 300 pages, but got through it successfully, made my notes. So I just had some comments. For the website, where it says the public meetings, the last one on the website is May 2nd, 2024. The rest say TBD, like they're still going to happen. So that probably needs to be changed.
Yes, thank you for pointing that out. Yes, we did have a public meeting in July as well, and obviously that was an oversight to not get that website updated as well, so thank you.
No problem. I just want people, if they go there, to not be, think that there's something else they missed or there's something else coming up. And just looking at the project itself, right, on page 1.4, it talks about the airport technician, and looking forward, we probably would, as that airport gets busier, I'm sure we'll need a different position that's actually someone that's there at the airport every day, right? Because as things start happening, to have a lot more oversight. Obviously now it's been sleepy in these past years, so it's definitely, Public Works can handle it, but I think looking forward, it's probably going to be something that should be in there as that airport does get busier, I would assume, I hope. And then on page 1.6, there was the grants and project descriptions. someone that just said like, in that little chart, I think it'd be beneficial if we put like what that money was actually used for, because it just says like, in the category where it says like CARES Act, general fund, like general ARPA, just like, if there's something that we actually can tie to it where it says description, because to me, that's not a project description, that's just where the funds came from. So that might be a little confusing for somebody who's reading that. And then, I think, and then when it talked about the NDB on page 117, it talks about how it's 55 nautical miles or something like that away from Sierra Vista. Just, if we could actually put where that is, because I wouldn't want anybody to have to break out a map and a compass and say where 54 nautical miles away is. I'm assuming somewhere near Tucson, from the description it says there for that, the beacon. So just, that's the only thing I had. Just little things like that that I've noticed.
Okay.
And then, I know we have some kind of agreement with Border Patrol where they park their vehicles out there. Is that somewhere? I didn't see it in here. And I asked the guys at the airport and there was nothing I saw. I know it's kind of like a handshake maybe or something, but
I don't think it's,
is it in there anywhere or is it?
I think it's written.
So I'm aware of an agreement with Forest Service.
Okay.
Tony, are you familiar with anything related to Border Patrol? I thought Border Patrol currently was all on the Fort side, but that is something that they are interested in having transition over to the city side, because that does not directly impact their military mission.
Okay, I just meant like vehicle parking. There seems to be about 10 or 15 vehicles there normally.
Oh, okay.
They park in the parking lot.
Yeah, okay, sorry, I thought you were talking aircraft.
Oh, no.
Stuff.
And I know eventually in that, looking in the future, on the hopefully 203 acre side, there is one of the options, option 1, 2, or 3, I can't remember, has them set up over there. I just didn't know if there was some in agreement when it says like the parking, because there's one that talks about parking spaces, how many we have available. But if we have an agreement with them as, hey, you guys can use as many parking spots, it should probably be in there as well, I think.
Yeah, I'm not aware that we have any sort of a formal agreement. I know that they use public facility parking lots because they're not allowed to bring their vehicles home.
Yeah, and actually, that's a good question, because before they started parking at the airport, Councilman Rodriguez, they were actually parked here in front and taking all the spaces that the public was using during the day.
Yeah.
Then they matriculated over to Public Works for a while, and that was a problem too. So we finally got it worked out to where they went to the airport instead. And
I'm not trying to evict them or anything, but I mean, looking forward, I hope we have that problem where like, hey man, we're out of parking spots here.
I would love to have them out there, and I would love to have their facilities there
Right.
too, instead of on the Fort side.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I just wanted to.
then they can pass back.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I think that was all I had. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any other questions, comments? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I really appreciate you guys coming down for the work session and going over that, bringing that presentation. It was a really, really in-depth, a really good presentation to kind of go over and wrap up the master plan process. There was a lot